the key that unlocks the golden door to freedom, and a well-functioning education system can have a significant impact on the country's economic growth and development. Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Education plays a crucial role in Nigeria, contributing significantly to individuals' development and national progress. Any leader who wants to transform Nigeria positively must invest in the education of the youth in Nigeria. Nigeria celebrated a 14th Democracy Day on June 12, 2023. The newly sworn-in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced a student loan facility for indigent children to be able to pursue their educational goals in life. The announcement, which officially was announced on Sunday, June 12, 2023, did not come as a surprise because the president had mentioned during the campaign his intention to further develop the educational wherewithal of the country. Mr. President had, on Monday, June 6, 2023, signed the student loan bill into law, thus becoming an act of the National Assembly. For clarity, the Student Loan Act 2023 was passed with the assent of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the law aims to provide a legal framework for the provision of loans to indigent students and or children from poor backgrounds or with parents who are low-income earners to facilitate payment of their school fees. In an altruistic sense, the asset ensures that poor Nigerians can easily access higher education. To further educate us, here are a few highlights of the Student Loan Act. The Student Loan Act repeals Itato, Nigeria Education Bank Act of 2004. Therefore, all assets, funds, and immovable properties vested under the repealed act shall be transferred to the Student Education Loan Fund, established by the Student Loan Act of 2023. Also, the Student Loan Act applies to all matters relating to the application of loans to Nigerians seeking higher education in institutions of higher learning in Nigeria via the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. For transparency and efficient monitoring, it is stated in the Act that the Student Loan Fund will be located, warehoused, and managed by the Central Bank of Nigeria through deposit money banks in Nigeria. You do not need to know anyone in the government to have access to the loan. This means, irrespective of gender, position, tribe, religion, or any form of disability, all students, irrespective of their social status, seeking higher education in any public institution across Nigeria should have equal right to access the student loan. The Student Loan Act allows students to focus on their studies without the immediate financial burden. The loan will significantly improve the students' learning experience and their chances of academic success, providing students with access to higher education, which plays a vital role in building a skilled workforce capable of driving innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic development is the goal of this student loan. However, no matter how good a policy could be, there are always challenges that comes with it. There are plans in place to solve these challenges. People have argued that the annual income set at 500,000 to access these loans seems unrealistic. They argue that there is a need to increase the amount. The reason is not far-fetched. Approximately, the applicant or his parents must be receiving less than 45,000 per month to qualify for this loan. For example, it is practically impossible for a student from a family of 5 whose parent or guarantor earns a combined 100,000 naira per month to be a sustained beneficiary of these loans, because it is expected that this law will lead to an increase in tuition fee by most tertiary institutions. Furthermore, the need to provide 2 guarantors demonstrates a disconnect between the target audience and the nature of the guarantors required. Low-income households with an annual income of less than 500,000 per annum are less likely to have a strong enough relationships with guarantors who are likely to put their careers on the line for them to access the loan. If we use a few countries abroad for our comparative analysis, starting from the United States of America, we will discover that the Education Data Initiative shows that 1 in every 10 Americans are in default on their student loans, and 5% of all the students' loans are in default. United States student debt is not just a financial burden, it's a societal albatross. We expanded the comparative analysis to the United Kingdom, where we discovered that in 2016, the Institute for Fiscal Studies reported that only 175 of UK graduates earned enough money in 30 years to repay their student loans in full. Ultimately, the British government cancelled more than 50% of student loans in whole or in part. There are many lessons to learn from this Scandinavian model of student loans, which can help Nigerians with efficient delivery of the Student Loan Act. Let's think of What Nigeria can learn from this analysis from a global perspective. First, the Scandinavian and German models reminds us that viewing education as a public good is both viable and beneficial. Also, the income contingent repayment system of the United Kingdom offers a more equitable approach to managing student debt. The student debt crisis is not just an economic issue, it's a reflection of the collective value of the human race. It's about how we, as a society, as a nation, a people, prioritize education and the future of the youth. As Nigeria reinvents this noble gesture, let's remember that the choices we make today will echo throughout generations to come.